What is a vampire's favorite South American animal? A Dracula. Welcome to the stream, my friends. Happy weekend. Happy Friday to you. Or Saturday if you're from the future. Very good to be with you tonight. I thought it might not happen, but it did. I'm very glad to be here. I've got I played VR for too long as first in chat. Pleasure to have you here, VR. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Loose and jelly with the customary spooky emotes. I'm from the future, VR says. It's almost Saturday for me. I'm almost in the future with you. Worked out well. I'm still sick, but I just woke up. I give you my get well soon wishes, VR. I hope you hang in there, my friend, and your strength returns to you soon. Your health and wellness. Conga Lion Monkey. Great to see you, Conga. Happy weekend. Welcome to the stream. We have a whole bunch of stuff on the table tonight, my friends. Nothing new. We're gonna do some runs through some stuff we've been working on. First 3 games are all practice for various challenges. We're gonna do Super C with a low percent, aka no items. We'll give that a run or two, see how it goes, and then we'll move over to Contra 3 and just play through that game. I want to beat that game deathless someday, but I need to work on it. So we'll do a normal mode playthrough, and then we'll do our best for hard. I've never beaten it on hard mode. I think I've made it to stage 4. I think I've made it to the boss of stage 4 on hard mode, but the victory there still eludes me. Just beating that game is going to be a victory. I don't know. Deathless run on hard mode in Contra 3? That feels a ways off. That game is so difficult. Hence tonight's title of Retro Hard, because retro games are so hard. And then Castlevania, another whip-only run. Another night of being brutalized by death and the Cookie Monster. All in the name of practice. And if we make it through all those games, we might also play Ghosts and Goblins. Just a casual run through a game I really love that I haven't played for a little while. So, big night. Lots of things to do. Big night on the stream. Let me go ahead and hit reset so we can get our Super Game Boy set up, and we'll start playing some games, my friends. I have potentially interesting news for the stream as well. I was looking around online. I'm trying to solve my problem. My webcam, my laptop can only accept input from one webcam at a time. Like even if I use a USB hub and plug 2 webcams into it, it can't understand them. It only thinks that one exists. Even if I don't use a USB hub and I only plug in 2 webcams, my laptop can't understand the concept that there is more than one webcam in the universe. Which is a shame, because that means I can't get multiple camera angles or, and switch between cameras on the stream. I have a couple different webcams. Actually, they're all the same webcam, but I have a couple, instances of the same webcam. I bought duplicates, and I wanted to be able to set it up to switch between camera angles for the stream, but my laptop doesn't allow it. But I found a cable. I might be able to convert my USB webcam to an HDMI cord to send to an HDMI splitter to send to an HDMI to USB capture. I'm tinkering. But hopefully, if things work out as I'm hoping, we may soon have the ability to switch cameras on the stream, and we'll be able to set up like a map cam, like I want to do, so we can play through Metroid. And anytime I work on drawing my map, I can switch camera angles so you can see what I'm doing. I really hope it works out. But even if the cables that I have on order, even if they don't work out, I'm still going to continue looking into this problem. But hopefully soon. We'll have something that works for us. Let's see, I think I don't often select from page 4. Ooh, isn't that putrid? Let's try this one out. I think this will look all right. All right, so we're going to dive in. We're going to run the timer until the first death to keep me focused and see how far we can get. So some of these borders on the Super Game Boy, they animate after a while, particularly if you idle in a game for a long time. Like there's a border with a bunch of sleeping kittens around the outside, and if you don't do anything for a while, they start to wake up and move around. So I imagine if we idle long enough, the audience members on this border will get up and walk around and do things. I was just thinking it would be nice if the audience members could understand what's happening in the game and react to it appropriately. You know, like if I beat a boss, if they could applaud, or if I lose a life, if they could like throw tomatoes at the screen. That would be a cool feature. Oh, also regarding the multicam situation, Cows did some research for us too, and pointed me in the direction of some tech that might help out. So I've got some Googling to do. We'll go ahead and hit reset. A death on stage 1. If I die on stage 1, we're gonna reset. If I die after that, we're just gonna live with it and practice the rest of the game. But you know, stage 1 is so early on, we shouldn't have to live with that. We shouldn't have to live with a calamity on stage 1. So far, independently, I think I've cleared stage 1 deathless in low percent mode. I've cleared stage 2 deathless, and we might have done stage 4. I'm actually pretty confident about most of the game. The only real issues are The only things that are consistently a problem for me are the Stage 3 boss and the Stage 5 elevator. Of course, I can blunder anywhere. I'm very talented in that regard. I can always make a mistake at any time, in any place, but the areas where I'm most likely to make a mistake are the Stage 3 boss and the Stage 5 elevator. I need to remember to watch for those boats and take them out as they come in. Yeah, because if they get a chance to stop and start firing at me, it's very likely that I'll die. Once they start returning fire, they're very difficult to deal with, those boats. In fact, I don't think I've ever not lost a life to them. Once they start firing, I'm pretty much guaranteed to be dead. We're also trying to not open any item capsules. That is a failure condition for us. If I open an item capsule, we count that as a half death. It still makes for an imperfect run, so... I've got to be very careful with my bullets. It's just in the spirit of the project, right? If it's a no item run, and this is the type of game where the items are predictable and avoidable, then we should predict them and avoid them. No items means I don't even want to see an item. I think for our Castlevania challenge, we're never going to be that strict. I was sort of thinking out loud about what the rules should be for the whip-only run of Castlevania, and I was sort of thinking, like, do I need to go so strict that, like, I don't whip any candles or anything like that? But the thing about Castlevania is enemies drop items randomly, so we're going to see items anyway, no matter what. So I think whipping candles is fine. I think I am going to add the stipulation, though, that I cannot pick up an item. Right? It's not just don't use it, but it is also don't pick it up. It's fine, if an item appears and it sits there on the ground, I can jump over it or whatever. As long as I don't pick it up, the run will stay alive. something just planning ahead, like really far down the road. After I've made it through all the Contra games and completed all the sort of basic challenges that I'm interested in. We've kind of talked about doing challenge runs of Contra and Super C with all the different weapons. Right? So like, you know, machine gun only, fire weapon only, laser only. And I think those might be kind of fun to do. And one of the stipulations for that is going to be that every place in the game where, like, you know, if I'm on a laser only run, then I'm required to collect every laser item in the game. And only those. I think that adds a nice touch, you know, to like the laser only run. And not only do I have to use it, but I have to collect every one that exists. And avoid, of course, spawning anything else. I think that'll be fun. But that's a lot of runs and kind of a lot of the same things. So we're gonna save those until after, like, I've made it through all the Contra games, and we'll loop around to those kind of challenges. Trauma Turtle, R.A., welcome in. Hey, great to have you here. And Operation C, yeah, I love it. Glad to see another fan of Operation C. It's good. It's a really good, you know, it's a really decent 8-bit Contra game. I don't, you know, rip the run. It's alright. We keep going. Get that all-important practice. Like it, but I could never beat it. It gets pretty tough. This stage right here in particular, Stage 3 is pretty tough. Actually, yeah, Stage 3, 4, and 5 are all pretty hard. But I think this holds up. It's a little bit slower than the other 8-bit Contra games, and the jump. I don't know if the jump is actually different from the other games, but it feels like I don't cover quite as much horizontal distance. It's a little bit difficult to cross some of the gaps in the game. A little bit more difficult than I think it should be. But that's really I think those are really my only complaints with the game. They did a good job. I'm kind of new to the Contra series. I've been slowly working my way through it. I want to play through all the games, and I'm going real slow with them because I'm attempting to do a lot of various challenge runs through each of them before I move on too far. So I'm usually working on 2 games at a time. We've done on NES. We did the NES Contra and Super C. Played those a lot and completed a few deathless runs of each. And now I'm working on this one and Contra 3. And I'm kind of just juggling these 2 for the moment until I can complete all the challenges I want in each of them. And I'm really looking forward to once I finish with one of these games, I get to play hardcore on the Genesis, and people keep telling me, you know, that game is really great. So I hope they're right. because I've kind of got my hopes built up. I'm really looking forward to it. But I played Contra. I'd never played a Contra game before, and I played Contra NES for the first time last year, and immediately fell in love with it. And now I play Contra all the time. Hardcore on the Genesis, it's brilliant, nice. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I just beat Rubble Saver 2/Max on Game Boy a couple hours ago. What kind of game is that? I don't think I've heard of that one before. But GG's on the victory. I love to hear that people, I love to hear when people are making accomplishments. Feels good to conquer a game. It's like a shooter. You control a little person in a robot suit. Hard to explain. Cool game though. Yeah, so I was thinking about the different parts of the game that are like major obstacles for me. The stage 3 boss, the level 5 elevator, and also these wall snakes. They're really tough to deal with. It's just you walk so slow. So yeah, I'm fairly confident with the first 2 levels, but the last 3 all have a major obstacle, unfortunately. Yeah, the individual wall snakes aren't bad. It's like right here where they start doubling and tripling up. It's so rough. Ah, don't hit me. Sorry. I might scream a little bit. I'm under a lot of stress in this area. That's weird. That middle one stopped spawning. I wonder if that's something I can manipulate every time. That might have just gotten easier. If I can duplicate that, then we're gonna have a good time. Here in Germany, the game was called Max, but the original name was Rubble Saver 2. Okay. Yeah, that gets a little confusing sometimes, doesn't it? When they switch the titles up. There's even a first one called Adventures of Star Saver. Let me grab a pen. I'm gonna write these titles down, and hopefully I'll remember to look the game up sometime, because I'm curious to see what it looks like. Rubble Saver 2. Adventures. Star Saver. Game Boy. Like with a Mystic Quest, yeah. The Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. You never knew it was something to do with Final Fantasy. One of those I encountered recently. So I've never actually played a Final Fantasy game. I have played, I have played Final Fantasy Adventure, but that one doesn't count because it's not a. They just retitled it Final Fantasy for the West. It's actually a mana game, and has nothing to do with any of the other Final Fantasy games. I mean, not that the Final Fantasy games have a lot to do with each other, but. Yeah, Seiken Densetsu. I really liked that game. It's a lot of fun, the Final Fantasy Adventure. The only thing about it, it's a little unpolished, and you can soft lock yourself in that game, which I did, and I got really lucky that I have a habit of sometimes, making, when you've got multiple save slots, like saving your game in multiple slots. I got really lucky that I did that, because I would have lost everything if I didn't have an old save. So, they did a bad job on that. It's all because of the dungeons. The dungeons in the game don't have enough keys to solve them. Sometimes you have to come in with keys that you bought from the store, and locked doors will relock. The locks respawn or whatever. So if you don't have enough keys, you can get stuck between two locked doors and not be able to escape. Unless I missed something and I wasn't really soft locked, but I mean, I looked everywhere I could for a way out, and I'm talking, I looked for like a couple hours, and yeah, I'm pretty convinced I soft locked myself. Never soft locked. My second playthrough, I missed the chocobo and could still beat it. It's a good game. I liked it. When it comes to RPGs, I like that sort of action RPG style a lot more than a turn-based game. I've really only ever completed 2 like proper turn-based RPGs in my life. Well, kind of 3. I keep forgetting. So I've done Paper Mario and I've done Pokemon Blue, but I keep forgetting. I also played through Pokemon Arceus, which is, it's kind of a turn-based RPG, right? The combat's certainly turn-based. I think it counts. Maybe. I don't know. It's a weird game. I liked it though. It was all right. Didn't play Final Fantasy Mystic Quest on the SNES. I have not played that one yet. I have it. It's in my collection. It's waiting to be played. I actually have all of the Final Fantasy games except number 3. In some form or another. But I've never played any of them. They just sitting collecting dust for now. Someday we'll do them, hopefully. I have this kind of thing though, like I don't really like a lot of mandatory story sections in games, and like that's kind of my big fear of RPGs. is I don't like sitting through a lot of story sections. I'm all like, I want all gameplay all the time. So I know that with those games, I'm gonna have to sit through a lot of story. I like the idea of RPGs. Like, I like the idea of, like, these big open worlds with lots of depth you can explore and lots of optional content to discover. Like, that's great. You know, like, when I play a game, like an adventure game, like, it's not that I don't like dialogue and stuff like that. When I play an adventure game, I'll go around and talk to all the characters and try to find all the, you know, all the flavor text and all the secrets and stuff like that as best as I can. It's just when I have to sit through story, when the game forces it on me, I have very little patience for that. It's great. I love it, and it's easy. Yeah, I've heard it's like a beginner's RPG, right? To sort of teach you the ropes and the concepts of RPG games. I feel like it's one of those things. I feel like people like didn't like it for a long time, but it's being appreciated now. Mystic Quest. That seems to be like sort of the attitude that I'm picking up from general people. Baby's first RPG. Very basic, but good gateway to the genre. VR says, right on. Yudo, welcome in. Great to have you here. And hey, is that Itorama I see? Welcome in, Itty. Pleasure to have you with us, my friend. Welcome to the credits of Operation C. I think that was a... I'm not sure. Did I die one time? I remember one death, but I was talking a lot, so... If it's not a one death run, I'm not trying to inflate my accomplishments, I just don't remember. But either way, 1 CC, that's pretty good. They were getting closer to deathless, I think. There's a shout out for our friend Itty, my friends. Use that link there if you would. Give Itty a follow. He's got a really laid-back vibe to his stream. It's a lot of fun. He does a lot of retro stuff. He does modern stuff too, but I've enjoyed watching him play things. He's a big fan of Super Ghouls and Ghosts like I am, and played through the Super Star Wars on the SNES. What a brutal thing to play through. And tonight doing Chivalry 2. I'm not familiar with Chivalry 2. Zombie Paper, good to see you. Thank you for coming along. Great to have you here. I recognize you from Itty's chat. Trauma says, I have many childhood memories of it, so it's deep in my heart. I love the music and all that. Maybe that's the one I'll have to start with then when I am finally brave enough to play some Final Fantasy games. Maybe I'll have to go that route and start with Mystic Quest, the beginner's RPG. Look like you played through it often. It's so hard for me always. Yeah, I've been working on this game for a while. So I beat this game deathless last week. And now I'm trying to beat it deathless with no items. And I'm getting closer. We'll do another run in just a moment. Super Star Wars is hardcore, yes. Yeah, I haven't beaten that one. That's a game that scares me right there. Hope all is well. I'm doing well, Itty. I'm doing good tonight. I've had a really good evening. Jelly and I spent the day together and had a lot of fun. And I got chores done around the house that I've been needing to do. So it's been a good day, it's been a productive day, and spirits are high. Chivalry 2 is a modern game with medieval combat matches. Been doing technical tests to get the stream smoothly, trying anyway. Best of luck with that. I'm the technical issues on stream, they're a real thing. There's a set of twins down in the bottom left. They're playing Game Boy in the movie theater. This guy fell asleep. This guy's reading a newspaper. I think Mystic Quest is a good RPG. Not just as a beginner game. The music in it is fantastic. Yeah, that's what Trauma said too. Good music. We'll check it out. It's probably going to be somewhere kind of far down the road. I got a lot of games to get through. Got a cola tonight. I have no coffee. Instead, I'm having a cherry cola. And, you know, the thing is, I haven't had any fizzy drinks for like 2 weeks. And it's kind of nice. Like, I really like cherry Coke. But when you have it, you know, if you have it really frequently, you don't really appreciate it as much. Also, I suppose, you know, there's also, it's not really the best thing to drink very frequently. Health-wise, but... All right. Let's grab a border. We've used all of these pretty recently, so there's not really... I want to use this one again. This is such a weird border. I like that you reset your SNES with a wooden sword. Yeah. Yeah, the reset sword. That's how I do it. All my consoles that are in reach, we just poke at them with the sword. Thank you. I'm glad you approve. It's funny. I had this sitting around the house for so long, and I finally developed a use for it when I started streaming. I can reset all my games without getting up. Alright, let's choose a color scheme that's not too difficult to look at, but maybe slightly interesting. This might be good. Amazing. If you ever hit it big, Frownie, you'll have to merchandise it. The Agent Frownie reset swords. I think I'll hold on to that idea, VR. All hail the reset sword. That was an original Super Game Boy background. Didn't remember. Yeah. The I don't have any like I don't have overlays and stuff for my stream. I have a piece of artwork on screen usually, but like I don't have like the full overlays and that kind of artwork. But the Super Game Boy comes with some built in, and I mean they're there. Might as well use them, right? Might as well have some fun with it, and mix them up from time to time. But yeah, we're on real hardware. I I'm pretty lucky. I got into retro game collecting really early when it was super cheap, unlike today. And I built up a fairly nice collection. And so since I've got the physical stuff, I try to use it as much as possible. It looks like time is passing. It's evening now in the background. Oh, and is the sun is the sun gonna go all the way down? I've never watched this before. It's kind of slow, but I want to see. I want to see if night is gonna fall. Sonata number 8, welcome in. I hope you're having a good weekend, my friend. Thank you for joining us. Pink Contra is best Contra. They turned on their light because it's so dark now. This is a thrilling border. I would totally get one and brag about having a reset sword. Crusade Bear, welcome in. Happy Friday to you. Or a Saturday. It's technically Saturday for me. I never knew the Super Game Boy backgrounds did this. Yeah, I actually didn't know that either until recently. Yeah, when you idle, oh, it's beautiful. Look at it. There's stars. There was a shooting star even. Oh, this is great. Oh, they went to bed. I love it. Yeah, when you idle, I don't know if all of them do, but some of them become animated. This is the best one. This is now my favorite. Sold my 2 Mega Man X3 copies for $380 each. Bet it's even more nowadays. Yeah, they're really is this real? It's all real, Sonata. Yeah, retro games. I mean, we all know, right? It's everyone said it 1,000 times. They're just too expensive. And it's only the thing is it's only ever going to get worse. Like I tell people, if there's some retro game that you just have to have physically, the earlier you buy it, as soon as you can afford it. Don't be financially irresponsible, but if there's one you got to have, you might as well scoop it up as early as you can cuz the prices are only ever going to go up. They'll never go in the opposite direction. That was really exciting. I loved watching the time pass in the background here. I actually kind of wish, I wanted to see the whole thing, but at the same time I kind of wish I'd started the game while it was nighttime so it would stay night, because I think when you're playing, the background is locked. Um which is a shame. But I guess, it doesn't distract you that way. I remember the theater when the kids start playing versus each other with the Game Boys. Yeah, we just had that one up a moment ago, Sonata, and I saw that. I commented on that too when that happened. I ordered Taco Bell from DoorDash. Keep your fingers crossed from me. For me, I keep my fingers crossed that your food arrives and that it arrives safely, and that, given that it's Taco Bell, I hope that it does not cause you too much digestive distress. uh, all right, let's we're gonna start up a run. Let's see how we do. Deathless is the dream. No items. Can't collect an item. Not even allowed to see an item. All right. If I open an item capsule, that's a half death. That means a bad run. Hey, Trauma Turtle, thank you for the follow, by the way. Sorry it took me a while to catch that, but I am very grateful for you, my friend. Thank you for coming on board with us. As part of the laid-back vibe of the stream, I don't have any I don't have any alerts or alarms or anything like that, so I don't always notice my activity feed scrolling. And I definitely don't notice it in a timely manner. You got this, man. I believe in you. Thank you for the vote of confidence, Crusade Bear. I'm fairly confident. I think we'll get it. I mean, I don't know, I don't necessarily know it's going to happen this run or anything, but I'm confident it's going to happen soon-ish. These colors look like they bleed a little bit. It's not, I don't know what it is. It's not so crisp as some of the other color palette options. Hope he doesn't let me down. Run is going to be outstanding. I'm going to do my best. It's all I can promise. The previous one was really good. I think it was only one death. Always love people playing old retro stuff. Right on. I mean, that's the vast majority of what I do around here. Is retro games. We do first playthroughs. When I'm on a first playthrough, I do it very strictly blind. Like I don't do any research. I don't want any help from the from the chat. I just want to struggle through with my own brain. So it's sometimes a very painful experience. But yeah, we do first playthroughs really blind, and then sometimes I do challenge runs like we're doing now. And as much as I love to play really good games like this, you're also going to catch me playing a lot of broken trash games from time to time. I like to play really like jank and terrible games too on the stream. I don't know why. I always suffer through them and cry so much, but I'm a glutton for punishment. I do a little bit of modern stuff too, though. I can't say it's always retro. It's just mostly retro. Because I'm working on Dark Souls right now too. Which, oh boy. The Dark Souls playthrough is... Remember what I said about doing stuff blind just a few seconds ago? I don't know what I'm doing, and it's rough. It's fun, though. It's a fun game. Not so much the color, but I love the background theme. Yeah, I'm not, well, I kind of like it. I like, I like purples. This is a little pink for my tastes. I don't mind a good pink, but I really prefer sort of a deep purple. Something kind of rich and royal. Which Ghosts and Goblins will I maybe play later? So if I have time and energy, we're gonna play the NES Ghosts and Goblins. Just a casual run through it. It's a game, you know, I've played it a lot. I know it. I love it. I'm not good enough for any challenges in it, but I can usually beat Ghosts and Goblins in around 2 hours. It's actually the first game I ever played on this stream was Ghosts and Goblins on the NES. And I had a really good run of it too. I beat it in like, I think like an hour and 45. If I remember right. It might be the fastest I've ever made it through that game. 'Cause it's rough. It's hard. And no, I don't plan to play the Game Boy Ghosts and Goblins. Were you here for the Game Boy Ghosts and Goblins? Oh no, Trauma's asking that. Sorry, Trauma Turtle and Crusade Bear, your names are in the same color in the chat, so it's a little difficult to tell apart sometimes. No, I actually played the Game Boy, Trauma actually played the Game Boy Ghosts and Goblins, about a week or two ago, really recently. I didn't like that one very much. Rip the run. Well, what do you say, my friends? I think we should reset. I think a death on stage 2 warrants a reset. Because I can make it through stage 1 and 2. If I die on stage 3, 4, or 5, we'll just finish up the game because those stages are hard for me. But I should be able to beat stage 2. Like my brother, he loves royal purple. Yeah, it's just that's just the color that speaks to me. Never tried Ghosts and Goblins on the Game Boy. Tried the NES and SNES games. Can't beat them both. They're all really tough, you know. We'll stick with this same sort of setup here. The only thing is that I don't like the morning version of this background nearly as much as the evening and especially the night version. I wish there was a way to fast forward it. I wonder if there is. I don't think so. That's a shame. But yeah, I played the Game Boy Ghosts and Goblins. We played that on the stream, I think about a week ago. We did both loops. That has a password system in it, so you can stop at any point and pick back up. So we did one loop on the Super Game Boy, and we did the second loop on the Game Boy Player and on the GameCube. And on the Super Game Boy, it ran too slow, and it was terrible. And on the Game Boy Player, it ran too fast, and it was a little better, but still not good. So, like, I want to say maybe if you played it on an actual Game Boy Color, it would run at the right speed and it would be okay. But I don't know. I was disappointed with it. But Ghosts and Goblins NES, I love. Super Ghouls and Ghosts on the SNES is my favorite game. That's my all-time #1 favorite game. And I've actually completed that game deathless twice. I can't always beat it. I can't always beat Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Like, sometimes the game is brutal, and sometimes it wears me down. But usually I can get a 1cc in it. And yeah, I've done it deathless twice. That's my evergreen. That's the game I can always go back to. So, Super Game Boy games on the Super Game Boy actually run slightly faster. I always thought they ran slower, but until recently, I think they run 2.3% faster. I only learned that because I was speedrunning Castlevania The Adventure, and I played it on the Super Game Boy, and I had to convert all my times so that they would be equivalent to Game Boy hardware, because it runs slightly faster. I always thought it was slower as well. But yeah, I think it's like 2.3%. It's a really small number, but I guess, with speedrunning you need to be like super precise, so. I mean, not that 2.3% is nothing, but it's not, like 15% or something crazy. One game I hate more than anything is the Lion King game on the Sega. I don't think I've ever played the Sega version, Crusade Bear, but I had the SNES version as a kid. I've never beaten it. I know it's got a cheat code. The Lion King on the Super Nintendo, on the options menu, if I remember right, you spell out the word barrel with the I think it's BARRYL. I think it's the cheat code for that game, if I remember right. It is. Loyal to Soil. Great to see you, Loyal. Hope you're having a good weekend, my friend. Hope you're doing well. How's my night been? Having a good one here, Loyal says. My baseball team lost, but the vibes are still positive. Sorry to hear that. I hope your team, hope they regroup and they are victorious next time around. And I'm doing good. Got to spend a lot of time with Jelly today, and got a lot of housework done, so I had a lot of fun, and I've also feel accomplished. I've got some good games to play. I've got some good friends keeping me company tonight, so nothing to complain about. Except that bot. So long, bot. Anything good for dinner? I had breakfast for dinner today. I had biscuits, sausage, and eggs. Breakfast for dinner. That's not my favorite form of breakfast for dinner, but it was pretty good. Nothing homemade, though. It was all, you know... I mean, I guess the eggs were homemade. But, you know, just store-bought sausage patties, a tube of biscuits. I've actually never made biscuits from scratch. But they're all still good. You know, you don't have to make everything. You don't have to make everything from scratch to have a good meal. Though I think I would like to try. I think I should try to make my own biscuits sometime, just because I've never done it. And I like to cook. My favorite version of breakfast for dinner is bacon, toast, and runny eggs. No. That's sad. That's the worst way to lose a run. We're on stage 3 though, so we're not gonna reset. We're just gonna live with it. We'll just cry. Potato rolled tacos. I'm not even sure what that is. Like you just sort of wrap the taco shell around some sort of like fried potatoes or something. Great feeling when you get stuff done, makes the relaxing that much better. Glad you had a great day with Jelly. Cheers to you. Thank you, Loyal. Yeah, really, really good day. Kind of simple and kind of quiet, but a lot of fun. That's how most of my days are. I'm kind of a homebody. I don't get up to a whole lot. I had someone come into the chat one night, and they posted that message, you know, about buy followers or whatever, but it was worded a little weird, and their screen name was such, I don't know, just something about it. After I banned them for being a bot, I thought about it for a while, and I have a suspicion that that particular person might not have actually been a bot, but was trying to make a joke where they just imitate what the bots say. I never looked into it, so I'm not sure. But, you know, of course, my first instinct was, oh, it's a bot, ban them, and I did. But I thought about it a little later, and I thought, I wonder, that person might have been a human trying to make a joke. But I mean... play stupid games, win stupid prizes, right? Where's Dark Souls? Welcome in, Thrifty Anvil. Dark Souls is Tuesdays and Thursdays. I can't be modern. I can't be too modern around here, you know. I've got to keep my retro street cred up. I'll let everyone know that, you know, when you cut me, I bleed pixels. That sounds good. My favorite breakfast dinner is banana pancakes with fruit on top. Homemade buttermilk biscuits. I like pancakes, but I have to say I'm more of a waffle person. When it comes to like a sweet breakfast, pancakes would probably rank, you know, would probably rank fairly low for me. Like I said, I don't dislike them. I'll certainly eat them. But, I would gravitate toward waffles first, and French toast would probably be my second choice. I can never eat as many pancakes as I think I can. The snakes, if you go high enough, the snakes give up. That's awesome. I never knew that. The snakes just got so much easier. Does it work on this one too? It does! I didn't know they ever stopped. That's so good. No, I died. I mean, the run was already dead, but now it's really dead. The before was a fake death. That's a real death. And we made it through stage 3. I mean, again, I spawned a thing, so I didn't make it through clean, but at least I didn't lose a life on stage 3, right? But I did learn the snakes are easy to deal with. Hey, Yake, welcome in. Hope you're having a good weekend, my friend. Pretends to be bot, play bot games, get bot rewards. I love it. We literally said the same thing. We are cut from the same cloth, you and I, Loyal. I shouldn't let the fact that the run is dead make me sloppy, but I did. I'm playing sloppy. Yeah, I should always take my practice seriously. Snakes are irritated by the 1, 3, and more speed of the super gameplay. By the 2.3%. I'd have to look. I need to look it up again because I don't remember the exact speed, but that's fine by me if they're irritated, right? Anytime the enemies are having a bad day, that just means mine is that much better. My day is trash. I not only did I spawn the power up, I picked it up. I have to die. You can't practice no items when you're carrying an item. Oh my goodness. This elevator here is just... This might be the worst part of the game. I don't know. The snakes just got easy, so... Now the stage 3 boss and the stage 5 elevator, like I was saying before, those are the bad parts. So I don't want to know what it is. I don't want anyone to explain it to me. But I have a very strong suspicion that there is a cheese for this game that can get you through this elevator section quickly. There's another streamer, Vance Velez, who is playing this game. And he said something to me about how he's not afraid of this elevator section. And the way he worded it made me suspect that there's some way to get through here really easily. There's some way to cheese it, but I don't know what it is. I might be wrong. I might have been reading into what he said something that's not there, but I'm suspicious of that area. I'm on the lookout to see if I can figure out what it is, but so far no clue. Even if I do figure out, you know, like a glitch or a trick for that area, I probably won't use it. I don't tend to take advantage of things like that when I'm doing a challenge run of a game. I want to just kind of play through it, you know. I want to give the game its like best fighting shot against me. Oh, no. I stood up too early. Oh, that's embarrassing. Proud of getting 600k people on SimCity SNES. Saw the real ending, took me months to figure it out. GG. GG on that one. I played SimCity on the SNES a lot when I was young, but I always used the money cheat. I've never played through it without the money glitch. I tried once. I played it on the stream, and when I started off, I was like, I'm gonna try to not use the money glitch. But I broke down and used the money glitch. I'm not proud. Even with the money, I don't think I could get the true ending, though. I'm not very, yeah, I'm not really, I haven't figured out SimCity at all. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. Even with the money glitch, getting 600k is pretty hard. Thank you for the GG. So that was a lot. Run number 2 was a lot worse than run number 1. I want to play it again. I want to do a third run, but I have so many games to do tonight that I don't think we should spend the time on it. Maybe on the very long shot chance that we get through all the other games super quickly, maybe we'll do one more run of this at the end of the stream. I doubt it. We'll just enjoy our ending music here for a moment, and we'll watch the beautiful sunset again. It's so awesome. I really love it. I really love the border. All right, my friends. So thank you for coming along on the Super C or Operation C practice with me. Sorry we didn't get the run tonight. We had a really great first run though, so it's in the near future. It's coming up. We're gonna get this deathless soon. After we get the no items deathless, we're gonna do the reverse and do all items deathless. I always suspect that will be easier, but I can't really say that in either of the other games that it actually was, so while I want to say I think all items will be easier, I know I probably shouldn't, but I still want to. Alright, stand by a moment. Let me switch out the carts. I'll be right back with you. And here we go. So, Contra 3. This game has grown on me a lot. I didn't like it very much at first. And there's still a couple parts of it, particularly near the end. The Ridley fight and the final boss. Those are both super rough. But I've warmed up to this game a lot. I still prefer 8-bit Contra to 16-bit Contra so far. We're gonna do a playthrough on normal mode, and then try for a playthrough on hard mode after that. I've beaten it on normal a few times now. I can't always do it. It's really rough at the end. I think I've done a 1cc, though, on normal mode. I think actually the first time I beat it was a 1cc, and that might be the only time I've done 1cc. Hard mode, I haven't beaten it on at all yet, though. It's been a while, too. I haven't played this for a little while now, so we're gonna be real rusty. But I'm gonna do my best to conquer the aliens and get us through to the end. I never bothered to ride in that tank. It's so goofy that they even put that in the game. That's the only place where you can ride a vehicle, and you can do it only for so brief a time. But the laser took that guy out faster than that. Yuck! Oh no! Death on stage 1? Disgusting. I don't even deserve my my headband if I'm gonna play like that. I forgot he had that attack. I just completely forgot about that. I remembered the lasers, I remembered the slugs, I remembered the flies. I did not remember the extendable neck. The most obvious attack that a turtle monster could have, and I forgot about it. I'm ashamed of myself. I actually don't like the spread gun very much in this game. I've used it kind of a lot for the last few minutes, but it's far from my weapon of choice. It's too weak in this game. But I mean, that's fine, because there are plenty other, like, super strong options. I forgot what button changes my weapon. No! Oh my goodness, this is the worst run ever. Can you believe that? I shouldn't be allowed to play video games. Oh, it's horrible. It's horrible. I thought this game was difficult on hard mode. I'm so sad. How am I doing so bad? I threw that last life away on purpose. Would you believe I've beaten this game before? I don't. The fire is a really dangerous weapon. That situation just a moment ago where I was running toward that enemy with a gun. Fire is a dangerous situation because if an enemy fires a bullet at you, their bullet will layer under your flames, and you can't see it. I've died a lot of times in this game to died a lot of times in this game to bullets I couldn't see because they're hidden by my own flames. I thought things were going to go so much more smoothly than this. No, laser. Get him in one cycle. Wow, he's got a lot of health today. That wasn't even close to one cycle. No, what did I... I lost my fire. It'll be okay. This boss is acting very weird. miscalculated. Weird is a relative term when you're talking about colorful Terminator robots. This is a very rough playthrough of this game. Hey, Boat Ladder, welcome in. Happy weekend, my friend. Tonight we had one really good run through Operation C and one pretty mediocre run. And this is a terrible playthrough of Contra 3. I've already used 2 credits. I'm not even halfway through the game. So, I have, on 2 occasions at least, I've cleared the first 3 stages of this game deathless. The last half of the game, though, not so much. So that's why I'm so hard on myself. Is I've done very well on the first half of this game on normal difficulty, and so it's very shocking and sad to be doing so poorly. You know, compared to my own past performance. I can accept that future Frownie will always be better than me, but it makes me very sad when past Frownie is better than me. I don't like that guy. Past Frownie. He's a chump. I should always be better than him. Well done, Boat Ladder. If time travel's ever invented, I might have a lot to answer for. You know, I used to hate this stage, and I actually kind of like it now. It's grown on me a lot. I should have picked up that spread gun. Now I'm gonna have to die at the boss. I don't have anything with a range that I'm gonna need. Oh, never mind. I'll just die here instead. This boss is so wildly difficult. And amazingly, it's so much worse on hard mode. I came very close to losing a life there. Oh, there goes a life. No, we had the boss beat. Ah, if you get rid of those two guns, you basically won that fight. Oh, what a time to die. It's kind of weird. Not only is this a really short game, but it's also, that was weird. It wouldn't let me drive over to the right. It's a really short game, and it's also super generous with its checkpoints. By which I just mean it has checkpoints. This is tough. This is tough. Not dying to this boss. I don't have a whole lot, like, I don't have a whole lot of lives to mess around with, you know? My biggest problem is I always just forget to let go of the fire button, right? Because you've got an automatic, you know, you've got a machine gun as your default weapon. You just always want to hold fire all the time. But if I let go of it, see, I can crawl across the missile and not have to jump. And there are times when you need to do that. And I just, yeah, because if you're firing, you're locked in place. If I get better at releasing the fire button at the right times, I'll improve at this fight. There we go. Get out of here. Hey, there's a familiar name I haven't seen in a while. Welcome to the stream, Hooked on Pot. Great to have you here. Thank you for the sub. Very kind of you. I hope you've been doing well. I see you've been, you know, I see you online sometimes, keeping up with the grind of the stream. It's great to have you here in the chat again. Is that one Expel you? Welcome to the stream, Expel, if I may shorten your name to that. Thank you for the follow. Very glad to have you on board with us. Welcome to Contra 3. Admittedly, I'm a bit embarrassed at my Contra 3 performance tonight. Not that I'm great at this game, but I usually do a better job. Oh well. It's still fun. I'm crying a little bit, but I mean, I'm having a good time. Sorry if it doesn't seem like it. you know, even if I'm struggling at the end of the day, like I said, Contra 3 is a game that I really warmed up to. Don't let it get you down, Frownie. Only stream because it's convenient on the PS4. If I figure I'm playing a game and able to stream it, I might as well allow people to watch. This boss is unreasonable. I'm so dizzy now. Fun to meet new people sometimes and have a record of fun gaming moments for free. Yeah, that was sort of the most appealing thing to me about streaming, I think. One of my earliest sort of motivations to try it out was I like that it creates a record of my experiences with games, because I'm really bad at remembering. It's nice to be able to sort of outsource my memory like that. And of course, you know, I hope that people would kind of dig what I do and want to hang out and keep me company. Some of these grinds can get awfully lonely. I'm a broken record, but like the last game I finished before I started streaming was Captain Toad. I played through Captain Toad 100%, and I really wish I had started streaming before I played that game, because like you think Captain Toad is easy, and you're right for 99% of the game, but the final challenge in Captain Toad is so hard. It took me like a few weeks, and it would have been really nice if I had some people to cheer me on. Oh, thank you for the bits, Hooked on Pot. 222. Nice charismatic number. Thank you for that. Yeah, we'll pick up the laser here. So just a reminder, we might not actually beat this game. We're at the end. But this game, like these two bosses are like super easy. There are regular enemies that are harder than these bosses. But the next two are brutal. Oh, Ridley. Why couldn't he just stay in Metroid? I think Ridley is the hardest part of this game. And he's really tough if you don't have the cluster bomb. Ridley's the hardest part, but this is no joke either. Nothing here is easy. This reminds me of Pennywise from It. Something kind of clown-like. Oh, thank you for the 100 bits, Hooked on Pot. Oh, you're very generous to me, my friend. And the 122. I'm overwhelmed. You're too kind. You're too kind, my friend. Oh goodness, this is bad. I don't know what to do about that fuzzy attack. I'm on my last life. No, I don't even know what that is. Oh, it's awful. Okay. Whew. I survived. I can't believe it. There we go. That's the one I want. I want the eyeballs. Well, it turns out I didn't want the eyeballs. Game over. The eyeballs are supposed to be the easy one. Oh, I think that name is supposed to be I expel you. I think that one is supposed to be read as an I. That's how quickly my brain works. I'm still puzzling that out. Strength for Life, welcome in. Hey. Great to have you here. Thank you for the subscription. Thank you for the 3 months Strength for Life. I appreciate all the support, my friends. Thank you, Strength for Life. Thank you, Hooked on Pot. And is that the end game boss? Yeah, that's it. There's Ridley, Pennywise, and then Mother Brain. Mother Brain's the last the very last thing. I guess there's no jar, right? So it's not really Mother Brain. It's more like Andros. Spoiler alert for Star Fox 64. I was lurking while you were playing Dark Souls and fell asleep. I saw it was a long stream. Did you make good progress? You mean last night? Unfortunately, last night I did not make progress. Sorry to spoil the VOD for anyone. I did not make it through Sin's Fortress. I explored a lot, I got a lot of items, and I know where I want to go the next time I play. So, I mean, you know, insofar as knowledge is progress, I made a little bit. That's bad. That's real bad. That's worse. Insofar as knowledge is progress, I made a little bit of progress, but I didn't actually make it to any new areas or find any new bonfires. But I'm just happy I made it out of the Poison Swamp and Blight Town. Really? Because I was trapped down there for a while. So even just making it to the fortress is kind of a major achievement. His tail, so far as I know, his tail is There might be a pattern to it, but I have not worked it out. That's it. We're out of continues. It's back to the start. I couldn't even beat it. Well, we don't give up. We try again. From the top. It's a pretty short game, so even when you get a game over and, you know, a real game over and you have to restart, it's a pretty short game, so you don't really lose that much progress, all things considered. And at least you get to play, like, you know, Stage 1 is amazing. Stage 1 is like a master class in how to start a good game. The homing weapon's pretty not great. Good for grabbing items out of the sky, I guess. Yeah. That took me a very long time to decide. I think the next time we pick up Dark Souls, I think that we're gonna have my prediction is we're gonna have a pretty good night with it, though, because it seems to be the way it goes. Like I feel like I kind of alternate between nights of a whole lot of progress and nights of very minimal progress. You can blow up those meatballs on normal difficulty, but I don't, because I think the meatballs are invincible on hard difficulty, so it's better to just practice jumping around them, since I'm gonna have to do that anyway. Greg's Retro Channel. Nice to see you, my friend. Would have been here sooner. Was watching a Dragon Quest XI stream. No worries, Greg. I'm happy to have you here whenever I can. You know, of course, I always want people to spend, you know. On the one hand, I want people to want to spend a lot of their free time here on the stream, but on the other hand, I don't want to inconvenience anybody or monopolize their time, you know, too much. What you missed so far tonight, Greg? I had one really great run through Operation C. I think it was a 1 death run. It's really close to perfect. And then I had a pretty mediocre second run through Operation C. That seems to be how it always goes. The second run's always worse than the first. And now I'm kind of struggling with Contra 3. I think I put it down for too long. I had a pretty disastrous first attempt tonight with this game. So far we're doing a lot better here on attempt number 2, but see, it could always turn rotten on us. Another something the most interesting thing, I think, the most interesting thing for me about last night with Dark Souls, to go back to that for just a moment, is I had a few new people in the chat, and it was amusing to me how it was amusing to me how I'm struggling for a word here. They seem to be blown away by how much I was doing wrong in Dark Souls. And that was amusing to me. There was sort of a lot of you know, because there's that I've got a you know, no help, no hints policy in force for that game. But there was a lot of, oh, there's so much I want to tell you so badly. And that's that always makes me kind of smile when I know I'm doing things the wrong way. Hey, Derek Ocean, welcome in. Welcome to a very challenging retro games night. I'm having some ups and downs here. Ooh, I got a personal best day playing Minecraft co-op. Hooked on Pot says. Random seed, bedrock, newest version, 1 hour, 38 minutes, 3 milliseconds. Right on. GG on the PB. Hooked on Pot. That seems like a really good time to me. I've never even been brave enough to go find the dragon. I saved the vid as a highlight, but the trip from when we had eyes to the stronghold lagged. Didn't save on the VOD. That's weird. I've never thought about, you know, I've never thought about that as an issue that you might face with the VODs. I've never reviewed one of my own VODs on Twitch and found a section of it missing. But I don't sit around watching my own VODs, as surprising as that might be. And not saying that you do. I mean, you know, making a highlight, of course you need to watch it then, but I save all of my I try to save all my streams locally on my laptop. So I'm you know, when I'm posting for the archive or making highlights, I don't know what Twitch is, you know, how good or bad Twitch does at archiving, because I have my own copies. What a wordy way to express that idea. That took me forever to get out. caused me tremendous problems too. Saving my streams locally, because I had a system. I had a hard drive backup program that was running in the background I wasn't aware of, and it was duplicating my entire hard drive, and it almost ruined my computer. I think that's the first death of the run. Maybe. That's a shame, too. I mean, that part's hard to make it through without dying, but I died in a kind of a boneheaded way. That was an avoidable death if I had just been smarter. How's Contra? We did Operation C twice, Derek. First run was excellent. Second run was mediocre. This is now the second attempt to beat Contra 3 tonight. I choked on the last... I mean, I choked through the whole run. I did bad. I did bad on stage 3 and on the stage 6 it all fell apart. I couldn't beat it. So we're trying again. Need to get a capture card. Yeah, from my experience, you know, like the capture cards that I use are both, you know, they were pretty cheap pieces of hardware, and they've held up and they do a decent job. I know my stream doesn't look as good as you know, as good as some other people's, but it gets the job done. So I mean, your mileage may vary, but from my experience, yeah, you don't have to, you know, you don't have to go with one of the sort of pricier, fancier brands. I just like I often say, for my capture devices, I just pick the second cheapest thing I could find on Amazon. I've got two separate devices for composite video and HDMI video, and they do the trick. I think each of them, when I got them, were like between $15 and $20. Not that, you know, not that amount of money is nothing, but it's just, you know, if you're going to be playing a lot of games and streaming a lot of games, you'll get your money's worth out of it. I would think. I wish I didn't have this spread gun. Hey, I got my wish. Oh, I'm falling apart. I'm falling apart. Alright, we've got it now. Wow, that top missile took forever to blow up. Caught a couple Frownie late streams. When he hits 7 or 8 hours, I get to see a bit after work. But I'm not very social after 8 hours in a hot factory. I appreciate the lurk hooked on pot. And yeah, I feel you on that, you know. I'm not particularly social after much less strenuous activities, so. But I appreciate you thinking of the stream and taking the time to drop by. You know, lurking is always welcome. This is a rough situation to be in right here. This is really bad to have this guy here next to this thing. Super not good. I remember old Frownie streams, 16 hours of Contra, good times. My longest stream ever, I think, is just short of 11 hours. I've passed the 10-hour mark, I think 3 times in the history of the stream. You know, I hit 7 and 8 hours a lot of times lately. Like, you know, I'm putting in I'm on the grind. I'm putting in like all the time I can to master some of these games lately here, but yeah, 10 hours is rough. I know the stream where I played Kirby's Dream Land 2. The infamous Kirby's Dream Land 2 playthrough. I believe that was a 10-hour stream. I think that one actually, it doesn't look like it was as long as it was because the stream cut in half early on. I had some technical problems. There was a Metroid Dread stream. That's the longest stream I've ever done, I think, was Metroid Dread. I played that for just short of 11 hours, and I actually would have gone longer on that stream, but again, there were technical issues. Twitch started acting strange. I couldn't read the chat anymore, so I think everyone could still see the stream. It was a weird thing to happen, but the chat would no longer update. Yeah, I'll use the homing missile. I stood there forever thinking, I want that homing missile to go away, and then changed my mind at the last moment. Sorry, I missed a few messages there in the chat, and I'm definitely going to catch up with you, my friends. Sorry, it's going to take me a moment to respond. So I saw some things that scrolled off before I could get to them. Scrolled off the screen. There's a lot of aliens distracting me right now. Metroid Dread was fun. I really liked that game. That's, I would say, currently probably my second favorite Metroid game. But it's my Metroid opinions are kind of subject to change because I haven't played through all the games, and the ones I have played through I've only gone through once. And I'm really slow to warm up to stuff. Sometimes it takes me a couple playthroughs to start liking a game. I'm like that with everything too. Like I would listen to if I listen to a new album by a band I like or something, I'm always like, the first time I listen to it, I'm always like, oh, I don't know, I think they did a bad job this time, and I don't like this. And then a couple weeks later, I'm like, it's their best album ever. It's a masterpiece. All right, I think it's safe to stand here. I'm gonna rewind and read some things real quick. Need a capture card. Caught some Frownie streams. 16 hours. I've been hanging in there. Had a pretty rough month in September, but it made me just want to be thankful for all the little things. Hanging out at Agent Frownie streams have been really positive for my mental health, Loyal says, and unwinding and relaxing. Thank you, Loyal. I'm, of course I don't like to hear that, that you're having a rough time, but I really do appreciate how much you enjoy the stream, my friend. Being here to keep me company so frequently means a lot to me as well. I would like to stream other games I play on different systems. Without a capture card, I only stream PS4. Play a lot of Switch and old school NES games. Hooked on Pot says, right on. I would be particularly excited to catch you streaming some NES games. You can get some decent capture cards for like $25. Strength for Life says, yeah. Yeah, like I know that like some of those cards out there, like some of the prices get pretty crazy, but and I know you can get a little bit more. I know you can get a little bit more quality for paying a little bit more, but I kind of think that it's it's probably pretty quickly diminishing returns. Ridley is ruining me with his tail. I've been hit with it twice. I hate this guy. I was here for most of the Metroid Dread stream. Still amazed how far you made it. That game took me forever. Some of the parts in that game are pretty tough, especially with those Emmys. We're in very rough shape. Coming into this fight with no extra lives. I'm worried for us, my friends. If I don't earn some extra lives right away... Oh, there's one. I still need more, though. Metroid Dread's the only Metroid game I've done, I've collected 100% of the items for. I might would consider trying to do Super Metroid 100%. Oh, I'm dead. I can't handle that particular attack at all. I'm useless against it. Rip the 1cc. You actually did all the runny jump secret items. I gave up. Yeah, I did, and I got 99% of the items blind. I did have to get one piece of advice from the I think only one. I got one hint from Master Tuesday for one of the items. I didn't do it perfectly blind, but I now mind you, I didn't do it well. There were a lot of items that took a very long time to figure out. But yeah, we did it. We got them all. There was one item. There's a mechanic in the game where I don't remember exactly how it works now, but like if you shine spark into a slope, I think you keep your charge and you can do it again after running without having to recharge it. I think is the trick that it is. But there's a part in the game where you're supposed to learn that mechanic in order to get one of the items. And I got that particular item in a different way, so I never learned that mechanic. And so then when the second item that requires it in a much more difficult scenario, I had no idea what to do. I was listening to some B-52s tonight, Derek says. It's been a while. I don't know. I'm not really familiar with a lot of their songs. I don't know that I've never listened to a whole album. This Ridley fight is just the worst thing in the game for me. I really could do without this battle. This is definitely a feature of the game that prevents me from loving this game. I'm pretty, you know, I'd still say I'm pretty fond of this game. You know, I certainly play it enough, right? I must like it, but I don't think I'll ever be able to say I love it because of Ridley. That fight is no fun. It's like, and it's worse every time I do it. Which, of course, means that by the time I learn to play this game deathless, that will be my favorite part. So just remember this moment where I talked about how much I hate that Ridley fight. Because 50 years from now, when I'm good at this game, I'm going to be, I'm gonna be going on and on about how the Ridley fight is the best part of the game. Please do a good job, Frownie. I've already used to continue hooked on pot. I'm not even on a 1cc track right now. And we just lost. Yeah, I'm gonna try not to die, but I hate that so much. The only thing I want to fight is the eyeballs. I can't do this one either. This is another one. It's always an automatic hit for me. Awful. They're great in reference to the B-52s. I'll have to take your word for it for the time being. Feels so good to play Ben 10, Protector of the Earth again after a while, Yudo says. That's another one I'll have to take your word on. Can't say I've experienced any Ben 10 media yet myself. Maybe someday we'll do a marathon. As a licensed game, I wouldn't expect a whole lot out of it, though. So perhaps you weren't being very serious. Love Shack is one of my favorite songs ever, Derek says. I know that song. Are they the original for that? Are they the original performers of that song, or is their version a cover? It's their song? Yeah, I know that one. That's not bad. And yeah, Rock Lobster. That's what I think of when I think of them. I didn't remember that they did Love Shack. The B-52s, they're connected to REM in some way, right? Do they share band members? They work together. Because I think some of the people in the Love Shack music video are in REM music videos too. But I don't remember if it was just band members or actors. You know, in the song "Stand" by REM, there are lines every now and then that say like "Now face north," right? That are like a command to turn to a particular direction. And there are moments in the music video for that song where there's a group of people standing on a compass and they turn directions when one of those lines comes up, but they never turn to face the direction that the lyrics say to face. REM is trolling all of their obsessive viewers. Choice or bad editing? I think it's by choice. I think it's probably by choice. I'm not an expert in their stuff, but that was something. I think I'm right about that. I feel like that was something I noticed at some point, and it stuck with me. Silly yet funny song. All the animal noises kill me. This is not good, but maybe survivable. I don't know why I can't hit that eyeball at all tonight. Sometimes I can hit it. I hate this. Oh, it just goes on forever. How long does it go on until you're out of lives? I'm not gonna beat this game tonight. I'm so very upset. I don't even know what all the things around the brain do. Some of the options, I'm completely unsure what they're all about. Loyal's off to bed. Thank you for being here, Loyal. I hope that when you get to sleep, you sleep well. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time. No, oh, this is okay. This is the only other one I can deal with. And actually, that one is easier than the eyeball. We did it! Oh my goodness. Oh, I did not think I was going to beat this game at all tonight. I am beaten down, my friends. Oh, this game is this game is so hard. Get me out of here. Thank you for the GG boat ladder. Thank you for the GG tip touches water. Welcome to the stream. Hooked on Pot, thank you for the trophies. Thank you for the bits. Thank you for the 222 bits. Thank you for the GG, Udo. You're not going to believe that I'm about to do this, but I'm going to reset the game and we're going to try playing it one more time. GG and good night for reals. I had to see you beat that. Thank you for hanging around just that much longer, Loyal. Easy game, Hooked on Pot says. Good night for real, Loyal. Thank you for the GG, Derek. I'm going to reset the game and we're going to play it on hard mode. We're just going to play it once and see how far I get. So far I've not beaten it on hard mode. My hard mode PB is I think I made it to the boss on stage 4 once. But the goal is to eventually beat it on hard mode. I thought tonight was going to be a night. I thought I'd beat it my first try on normal. And then, you know, I thought hard mode would be the struggle, but it turns out normal mode was the struggle. So this is kind of just going to be a joke attempt. No, I saw that I was gonna land on that bullet. I didn't see it when I jumped, but I saw it when I was in midair. Look at this. Do you see what this game is like on hard mode? It is unacceptable. I've already... Alright, I've already lost a credit. We'll hit reset until we beat stage 1. We'll hit reset when it game overs. Might as well have our, maximum amount of continues to waste on level 2. Hey, we've got a raid coming in. Swirly to the max. Thank you for the raid, Swirly. Let me put a shout-out link there in the chat for you. I hope you've had a good night. Swirly to the max 10. Just making sure I typed it right. I make a lot of errors trying to type with my microphone in my face. New World. Not sure, do I know about New World? I don't remember, but welcome in. I hope you're having a good night. I'm struggling. Contra 3 hard mode is too hard for me. I want to be good at it someday, but that day is not right now. Probably not. It's an MMO. That's outside of that's kind of outside of my realm. I did sign up. I did sign up for an MMO once. Once upon a time, RuneScape. I played a couple hours of RuneScape once. I spent all my time fishing, and everybody who walked by called me a noob. And that's all I remember about RuneScape. I think it was fishing was the activity that I was doing. It was something menial like that. This looks hard. I couldn't do this. I can't do it either, so. Noob. I'm a Contra noob for sure. That's saying a lot. If it's too hard for Frownie, you know it's a hard game. Thank you for the vote of confidence, Greg. Thank you for the I appreciate that compliment. I like to think that I am usually eventually pretty good at hard games. It's always such a long road to get there though. But this is just unreasonable. The two things I don't like about Contra 3 are the Ridley fight at the end, and I don't like that hard mode exists. I wish that this game was like NES Contra, and it just had one difficulty mode. I wish it was just yeah, I wish it was just that. I'm so sad that hard mode exists because I have to beat it. If it just didn't exist, I wouldn't have to worry about it. This complaint's getting weirder the longer I reiterate it. Have a good night. Have an amazing stream. Thank you again for the raid, Swirly. Much appreciated. And I hope you have a wonderful night as well, my friend. It's good to chat with you for a little while. We're all noobs at some point, Greg says. How very true. They made hard mode just for me. They shouldn't have. I'm very clearly terrible at it. The first attempt that gets off of stage 1 is going to be our last attempt at this, by the way. I only want one good attempt. And by good attempt, I mean anything that makes it past stage 1 without losing a credit. Oh my goodness. It might be the hardest thing I've ever played. I beat Devil May Cry 1 and it automatically puts you on hard mode. I'm getting messed up. Oh no. I feel your pain. This does that too. After you beat it on normal mode, when it restarts, it's automatically switched over to hard mode. I always reset it though, just because I want to see with my own eyes. Even though I know it's supposed to, that it does that, I still can't trust that it's actually switched over unless I see it. I don't know. I don't know why, but it is. It's okay, you're doing better than me when I first played. Thank you, Crusade Bear. It's just, it's mind-bending. It's mind-bending how hard this game is on hard mode. I should start playing this every night. Every night that I play Dark Souls, I should open with this game, because the hurricane that is Contra 3 on hard mode would make Dark Souls feel like a gentle breeze. I didn't really want that spread gun. I thought it was another cluster gun in there. Are you glad to be done with Horus? I'm not really done with it, Derek. I still have to get the true ending. But I am, you know. I'm happy we made it to the credits. But we're not done. We're not done, because I only got the bad ending. Which didn't even seem like a very bad ending. Oh no, I didn't check the option. I'll trust it's fine. I mean, it'll be obvious it's hard mode from the brutality. So, one of the tricks to a hard mode, you have to memorize where all of the sniper guys are and preempt them. I know that for sure. Because if you're not already firing on them as they scroll onto the screen, you will never defeat them. Even when you are, you won't defeat them, so. I think I also should never pick up the spread gun. The spread gun is just awful. It's too slow. The machine gun is really just where it's at. The default gun is the best gun in the game. For so many situations. Horus said we're done when I say we're done. Yeah, I've gotta collect all the junk now. Apparently, though, collecting 1 million junk does not actually mean collecting all the junk in the game, I think, because there's There's an area where you can grind junk. You can exchange money for junk in the game, so that suggests to me that there is not a particular amount of junk to find. Unless every time you generate a junk, it erases one randomly from the world. I guess the game could be set up to do that, but I doubt it. Keep my eyes peeled and play very defensively. I didn't know the bugs were going to swoop up at the end of their trajectory. Get out of my face, turtle head. I wasn't calling the enemy a turtle head. I was specifying which part of the turtle was in my face. Oh, alright, good. GG, we beat Contra 3. We're done. Oh yeah, this guy just never opens his shell, so we can't win. I hate this enemy. That guy right there in that shell, I hate him so much. I don't know how to trigger him to open. He's so inconvenient. Unless you turn your back to him, he won't open his thing. And then you die, so... Ugh, what an awful game. Contra 3 is a nightmare. Don't play it. I don't recommend it. It'll just make you sad. Wasn't Contra 3 one of the more highly rated titles? That's because nobody ever tried to beat it on hard mode. There's not really a weapon that shoots backward. The homing missile can kind of shoot backward. But I don't know that it's fast enough. But even then, right, if an enemy requires a specific weapon to beat them, then I should be, I should be able to beat this game in concept. I should be able to beat it itemless, right? So I'd prefer to not have to rely on something like that. I just have to figure out what the trick is to this terrible, terrible waste of computer memory that is this enemy. I've beaten him before, but it's always just by luck. The cluster bomb will defeat that guy because I can fire a cluster at him while he's closed and then turn my back to him, and so he opens up into the residual blast. Oh, now this guy won't open. Maybe I have to do them in a specific order. Maybe that's why they don't open. That's exactly why they don't open. Look at this guy. Now he won't stay closed. I still don't like it. Oh, I'm really dumb. I am the dumbest man on the internet. I forgot you can duck under their bullets. I don't like that I have to do that, though. And again, I should be able to beat him without... Oh, well, there's another guy, so... Can you duck under the laser? Okay, so the guys have a secret order they have to be beaten in that's randomized every time we play. No, wrong button. I have to see if I can duck under this laser attack. Looks like you can. Laying down is getting me into a lot of trouble, but I never do that, so... This attack is purely RNG, whether or not you die. Not that one, but when it comes down from the sky, whether or not it's going to land on you, it's all a roll of the dice. I don't want that. I'm pretty lucky that none of these smashes are killing me. Ugh. Oh, what a bad time. What a bad time I'm having on level 2. Thank goodness it's behind me. Now I get to go have a bad time on level 3. Oh, save me. Somebody save me. Oh, cool. I missed the same jump twice. Thank you for the trophies, Hooked on Pot. I'm just having the worst time with this game tonight. I'm sorry it had to be like this, my friends. I wanted to have fun with this game, but it had other ideas. I mean, I never have a good time on hard mode with this game, but you know, normal mode is not all bad. Yeah. I mean, Contra came ready to play, and I didn't, so... Contra 3's getting revenge on me for how well I did in Operation C. That's what it's all about. Contra 3 doesn't like that I was picking on its little brother at the beginning of the stream, and so now it's bullying me back. There he is. That's Frownie. He took my lunch money. You think you're good at Contra games? We'll see about that. Turns out Contra games are good at Frownie. This is so incredibly difficult. That's only the second time I've ever beaten that boss. Every time I make it like another inch into the game, I just sigh in relief. It is a war for every inch of progress. That's the situation right there. If you stand there and fire up at that gun with the like this diagonally, it can return fire on you and you'll never see it because the enemy's bullets hide under your fire. That's you gotta be careful. You gotta be real careful there. Oh, that was good. That was good. We got rid of the pink guy quick. This is real difficult. This phase of the boss is real tough on hard. Look at how fast it moves. You have to jump up this wall to move fast enough, and that's not something that I'm well practiced in. I don't like jumping up walls in the game. I think that's also why I have such a hard time with Ridley, because I think if I jumped up the wall, I could climb it faster, and I'd have less trouble, but it's hard. It's a hard game. This game was not designed for humans. There's a strong temptation to stay on only one side of this guy, but if you do that, he'll, I traded a C weapon for a C weapon. If you stay on only one side of him, he'll crush you against the side of the screen eventually. No! I blundered. The missiles are too well lined up. Where am I? Oh, I got one of them. Why is the bottom missile so much faster than the others? Oh, that's it. Well, I tied my PB. The best I've ever done is to make it to that boss. And I'm out of continues. So we're done with Contra 3 for tonight. We had a disastrous playthrough on normal mode, and then it was even worse on hard. Again, I knew hard mode was probably I probably wasn't going to beat it. I think that's still a long ways off. Normal mode, I thought I was getting better at normal mode, but tonight it's just not the case. We'll play more Contra 3 next week, though. It's time to move on to another game for a while, my friends. I think what I'm actually going to do is take a short BRB. We'll stop playing all these. We'll stop playing all these sci-fi games, and we'll start playing some horror games. Right? It is spooky Halloween time, right? At least that's what my decorations say. So we'll be done with Contra for tonight. We're gonna play Castlevania and hopefully still Ghosts and Goblins. I'd really like to play that one. Buddha Fingers, hey, thank you for the resub. Thank you for the 12 months. You've been very good to me, my friend. Thank you for sticking by me for a full year. 1 year of jank in the tank. Hopefully I will get to enjoy your. Hopefully I'll get to enjoy your company, Buddha Fingers, for much more jank to come. Sven, good to see you. Hey, pleasure to have you here. Welcome in. Welcome to your friends. If you came in for Contra, I'm afraid you're too late. We just finished the Contra portion of the night, but we do have Castlevania and Ghosts and Goblins yet. So if you are ready for something spooky, then you've come in at an excellent time. But Contra's been wiping the floor with me tonight. Let's give a shout out for Sven. And tell me, what were you playing tonight? And how did it go? Parasite Eve. So that's a horror game too, right? I haven't played that one. Is Parasite Eve, is it kind of like Resident Evil? Like one of those sort of tank controls games, walk around and like find the key, take it to the puzzle type games. First time playing it, loving it though. First one's a bit more RPG. I feel like I've seen some footage from Parasite Eve, but not enough to know much about it. 2 is a lot like Resident Evil, right on. Hello to, is that Calindo? Welcome in. Great to have you here. Can you see the screen? Yeah, you can see the screen. I just went big for a moment to show off the spooky decorations. I'm about to head into a short BRB. But I can get my head out of the way. So yeah, Operation C. We did 2 runs through Operation C tonight. The first one was really good. I think it was a 1 death run. So I've done Operation C deathless, but I'm working on the no item run, and I think I'm 1 death away from that. The second run was pretty mediocre though. Nothing to write home about on the second run. And Contra 3 tonight just pulverized me. It took me two attempts to even beat it on normal, and then hard mode. Hard mode, I tied my PB, but the thing is, my PB isn't any good in hard mode. I've only ever made it to the level 4 boss. I still haven't beaten the level 4 boss even in hard mode, so it's pretty rough. But very happy to have you all here with me, my friends. I'm sorry that, especially that I'm stepping away right as a raid comes in. I really hate to do that, but I do need to step away from the computer for a minute. So if you'll allow me just a very short BRB, my friends, I will switch the console over to the NES. We're going to do Castlevania, and we're going to do it whip only. I've already done that a couple times. We've done it 3 or 4 times now on the stream. I'm trying to become good at it, is the thing. I'm not. So it's gonna be a struggle, but we'll hopefully we'll have fun no matter how well or poorly I perform. Right? Castlevania is always a good time. But yeah, just stand by if you would be so kind, my friends, and I'll see you in just a minute. No worries, take your time, Sven says. Well, I'll try to be quick regardless, but thank you.